Hi, this is Adrienne McDaniel, and for Section 8 I have chosen the history of radio waves. This is an informative speech. It's going to give you details of where and why the radio waves were first made and why they were used and what they are today. In the late 1800s, there was a scientist playing with radio waves, trying to figure out what they could do to use them, and they were founded in 1886. Then in 1895, Mr. Mecarno, he's not from around here, was the first person to send and receive a message. Radio waves were mainly used for the Army bases, sending and receiving messages from land to sea to inform the food, how the food was, the weather, and if there was any immediate danger coming. Then they started using it to send weather reports back and forth daily so that they would know if the weather was going to change on shore or if it was, going to stay the same. Then in the early 1900s, there was reported that President Theodore Roosevelt and King Edward VII was using radio waves from country to country to send messages back and forth. Radio waves then became more able for other people than just the Army to use. So in the early 1920s, KDKA Pittsburgh began using their first AM station, scheduling daily broadcasting. In 1935, the first telephone call was made halfway around the world using radio waves. In 1965, the first FM station was made. The first FM system in the world was made, and the signal was sent from the Empire State Building in New York City. FM stations were developed for more stations to broadcast at one time. Over the time, FM stations have taken over AM stations. Today, there is more FM stations planned than there is AM stations. AM stations are more of an informative and try to shoot for the news and sports and weather. They just have came up with a new way of using radio waves, sending and receiving messages. So now they're going to try to use a new I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like not a fiber bar like they use to send the radio waves now, but it's going to make it more digital. And so now instead of using where you can listen to one station on FM radio at a time, you could actually use that same line to listen to more than one station and your choice with a clearer, more perspective hearing. The Army still does use the radio waves, but not as much as it used to. So it's kind of more in... Radio waves are used for more than just the Army and just radio. They're actually used for telephones and everything else. Yeah, that would have to be my speech for the radio. Hope y'all liked it. Bye.